Hello, my name is Ilham. I'm from India and I'm one of the Masters in Public Health students here at ITM. Well, after having worked in the field of public health for about 5 years, I thought it was high time to get some formalized training so that I could really up my skills and knowledge. And the reason ITM stood out for me was because it was one of the few institutions that really offered a deep dive into a health systems lens when you view public health. It looked at health policy, health systems and complexities, especially from the purview of reaching marginalized populations from low and middle income country contexts. And those were some things that I was really looking for in a course. Most of the courses that I looked at were very epidemiology focused, and this kind of a focus and lens somewhere seemed to be missing a little bit, and ITM really checked all those boxes for me, and that's why I was really excited to join this course. I am a medical doctor by training, and I've also had some training further in tropical medicine and infectious disease, so it is still quite a clinical kind of a background. Although I've been working in the field of public health, I've been working with communities for health system strengthening, working in comprehensive primary health care, and so on. But then what was really missing was that a lot of my knowledge was very experiential, and while that's great, it's also often really fragmented. So I really needed a course like the MPH at ITM to sort of consolidate all of those learnings, give more structure and more depth to my understanding of public health, and that's why I'm here. What I really like about the course is A, that it's super participatory, and B, it's a really diverse cohort. So a lot of the learning actually happens within the peer group itself, because we get to interact with our batchmates who are professionals from diverse spheres, from diverse countries, and there's a lot of learning and problem solving and brainstorming that happens within the classroom itself. One of the other things that I love about the course is how it's not afraid to take on issues of complexity, which is what we deal with when we talk about public health in a very real life setting. And it teaches us to not be afraid of diving into complexity, and it also, while also giving us frameworks to approach these kind of complex problems through a systems lens, through a way of systematic thinking, so that we are not very overwhelmed by complexity either. And I think that kind of a balance is something that really encourages me and gives me confidence that I will be able to also apply these learnings once I step out of the academic sphere. I think the course has really cemented a lot of foundational concepts about public health, especially when we're talking about health systems and health policy, which is something that I didn't have a very in-depth understanding of prior to joining this course. And I really hope, and I'm quite confident actually, that the learnings that I have gained during this year at ITM, I will be able to carry forward and actually apply them to real life problems that communities in my country are facing, so that I can contribute to the field of public health in a more sustainable and impactful way. This was my first study abroad experience, and I think Antwerp is a wonderful place to really kick off one's first study abroad experience, because it has been a super friendly and warm and welcoming city. So immediately a lot of my apprehensions were put to rest the moment I sort of took my first walks in the neighborhood, and I saw that people smile back at you, everyone's greeting each other, and it is actually relatively easy to get by even if you just know English, because it is a very multicultural kind of an environment in the city, and there are a lot of students, a lot of youth. So that way it's been extremely fun to go for walks. There's always something happening. There are new events happening in every nook and corner of the neighborhood. And what really helps is how friendly and approachable our student support has been. Because if you have any problem, they have always been there to sort of guide us, to help us in the blink of an eye. And in fact, the student support themselves organizes a lot of social activities, which helps us get to know the city a little better, but also helps us get to interact with people outside of our batch. So we get to meet other PhD students, other master's students, and sort of expand our network of connections as well as friendships. And all that actually makes adjusting and adapting to a new home away from home a lot more easier. if you are in the process of applying to ITM and you're having second thoughts, then I would definitely say that go for it. This is going to be an experience of a lifetime, and it's going to teach you real life skills that you can take back and apply to your settings wherever you come from. It's also going to be a really fun and friendly experience, and if you do have questions, I know that the student cell, the student support is right here to answer them, so feel free to also shoot them an email, and I'm sure that your queries and concerns will be put to rest.